Crypto investing, and not only do we have the Bitcoins continuing to crash as it's down 6%, as we kept telling you, Dogecoin 6%, XRP 7%, XLM's getting slaughtered right now. We're going to move that up. It's right up into here, 6.5%. The altcoins are getting slaughtered, 7, 8, 11%, RMRK, whatever that is. Ravencoin, 9, 10%. And just absolutely obliterated, 30%, fleas heisted and shisted. And this is more of a reason you guys all need to get the Jabroni Killers as soon as it becomes live to help you diagnose, snip out, and detect, and remain 69.69 steps ahead of these, 10% down, not up, all down, getting slaughtered, liquidated, blood's in the streets, panic is ensuing. And not only do we have that, the aforementioned major snowstorm has indeed affected the greater Bloomington metropolitan area in central Illinois, as you can see. We've currently had heavy snow for the last 5 hours. We've picked up almost 6 inches of snow in 5 hours. Whiteout conditions all afternoon, blowing and drifting, and we're expecting another 3 to 5 inches of snow for a storm total of minimum of 8 to maybe 10 inches of snow now. Looking at the radar, current conditions of almost 6 inches, just shy of 6 inches, but snowing almost 2 inches an hour. And it's a beautiful day here in central Illinois in the greater Bloomington metropolitan area as we're getting hammered by the second biggest snowstorm of the season and second major one in 2 weeks. And we got a half day at the plant as they made us leave early. And there's my beautiful truck chilling over there. It has just started to snow heavily at XRP Future Millionaire's house up in the greater Detroit metropolitan area, right? We're both getting hit by the same storm. And let's see what he had to say. Probably the snow is coming down like a motherfucker. Whiteout conditions practically now, very windy, blizzard-like while walking outside. Absolutely. And that's exactly what I've been keeping him out ahead of today, just like I do with the coins for you. I was showing him the progression of the sleet changing to snow in Bloomington as we are getting absolutely hammered. Hi, kitty. Come on, baby. You want to come up here? Come on. Come here, honey. Come on. Come on. No, come on. What's the matter, honey? Hey. Come on. Come on. Come on. No, he doesn't want to come. He's just going to chill. We're getting absolutely hammered here. Just like the coins are getting hammered. I'm getting another big snowstorm after a big drought last year in this area. But we're getting hammered today. And this is just beautiful. And what we got going on here with the Bitcoin is, I mean, kind of beautiful to me because it's really nothing to get excited about. To get excited is we need to start breaking some key levels. Like we've expected it to come back and retest this orange fib circle, and it has, just like I expected a near blizzard today, and I do. And it's been a phenomenal storm, right? And if you don't, this is a key support level. And until you break this orange and this blue fib circle, that's when the fun starts, because once you break that, you quickly trade all the way back down to 32,000, and that's a big drop from 41 where you're, or 40 where you're at now, down to 32. So right now, as we zoom in to the 1 hour time frame, you can see it's just been a normal rejection, which looked like a mini double top. And God, it like literally, I always say this, but it knows when I'm on here doing that because it always fires those off. As you can see, that targeted move from the top to the neckline gets you down here at the top part of that white support box. But you can see we're just now coming on and straddling this underneath, what one was that? This underneath support on this orange ring that we've been waiting patiently for it to come back and retest, and it has now done it, or it's almost there. And if it can't hold that, you're going to slip down to the support that's right below it on the ring at 39,000, and that's the key area. If you break that, we'll make this one green. And the yellow one's the key one. If you break that yellow ring, which is if you break the key blue ring that the yellow arrow's pointed at, that's when you have a big drop and you immediately come down to this beautiful arrow down here, which we have to change the color of. You're going to come down to this purple arrow at 32,000, and that's where a big drop happens, because that's where some fun and some blood and some panic would really ensue, because from there to here, that's a 17% or $6,600 crash, and that would get some blood in the street. So right now you're on critical support levels. That orange ring where that green arrow is pointed at, or that blue ring where that yellow arrow is pointed at. If you break those two key support levels, that's when you need to abandon ship if you haven't already abandoned ship, or if you're in profit to take profit, right? Same thing now, you can see the big, or the Doge. We've been telling you this critical ring. If you break this falling channel and blue ring when you trade by it, if you couldn't pump and you break that, you're quickly going to trade down to the underneath support, which is not that, move that now, fucker, which is right here on the blue ring and the underneath fucking fall, or underneath, excuse my language, falling channel. And if you break that, you're going to come all the way down, and the next fall is swift, far, painful, and liquidating, and getting fleece heisted and shysting to the retail trader that doesn't know what's going on to the most extreme degree imaginable. And you can see you're going to trade all the way down to this red arrow down at 0.085 cents, right? If you can't hold where you're at now, that's a big fall, and that would be a 33% fall if you can't hold your critical support, and that's where the real panic would come in. Same thing with XRP now. You can see we're in that consolidation pattern right there after we broke in, like we told you if you watch the videos, where you had a 1.9 or 1.69 out of 10 chance of breaking back in past this yellow arrow of the upper resistance at 72 cents. You shot past it, and we told you that you would get rejected by the 200-day moving average, which happens to be up here, just shy of the upper resistance of the old symmetrical triangle. And then your next key area to retest would be when you back test this underneath support now. Can you hold it? If you can hold it, then, and only then, could you trade up to 98 cents, right? But if you can't hold that, you're going to quickly trade back down to 54 cents, and then 47 cents would be your next move down, because the underneath target is all the way down here at this green arrow, or 23 cents along this green ring, right? So that's what we're watching out for. There's really nothing fun happening, even though the price has collapsed 7%. Anybody that bought up here, the real panic doesn't ensue until you re-break that 72 cents where the yellow arrow is pointed at and back test that underneath support. Once you fail that, we can clear these out now. This is just making it look cluttered. It's when you fail, if you fail that, once you break that, that's when the real flush happens and the real panic selling takes place, and all the fun in the market will happen, and that's what we're waiting for. And that will absolutely happen at some point, when we just don't know. But I'll be on top of it for you. You can see Quant, another one that nobody ever thought would trade back down. And you can see it indeed has, as the jabroni killer was stepping up and walking up the price and the retail trader until he pulled the rug out from under him. And you can see all these retail traders. I took a lot of heat too on all these coins when the price was pumping, because I didn't know where the top was, but I knew it would eventually flush. And now anyone that bought up there is down 68% at current price, and they've been down as much as 78%. But no one believed old Vincenzo when he put these low price targets at the shithouse way down here at the top part of the shithouse, $38. We're going to put our new price label on there. We don't use those hideous ones. But $38, or where that one is, $45 at the top of the shithouse, right? Nobody believed old Vincenzo when the price was up by the jabroni killer, right? But look where we're at now. We're one last drop, quick flush away from being down there, and everyone maximum liquidation. The same thing with this. Remember, we had the man holding the bowling ball with the club foot, and it broke off bullish in this rising channel, and then it eventually, now let's clean this chart up. Now it has broken down as we thought it would, and we're getting back close to the last line of defense. Motherfuckers. To the last line of defense to the shithouse, right? Which is down here. We're just on the top part of that, and we don't like to have that. And we know the last line of defense to the shithouse is orange, so we're going to make this a beautiful orange color, right? And then we're going to make it look like it's orange, and then we're going to lock it, right? No, don't hide. So then we need to go in here. We need to go in here. Object tree. The box. Unhide. We want to lock it, not hide it. Lock. There we go. And we're getting on top of that part of the support. And then you can see what we were looking at here is we had a huge rising channel, right? It was actually in the weekly time frame. See that? we had a huge rising channel here. And that's what we were watching and telling you. Eventually this was going to break down. We didn't know exactly when. We just knew it would. It was actually, you could say it was more. No, that's just stupid. We had it like this. Come on. There it is. It was doing something like that where you had your overhead resistance. And then you had your underneath support. It was trading sort of pretty good like that, right? And then you broke down. And we know we have our targeted move as the bottom part of the shithouse. Oops, not a rectangle. We want to put our price light, but we know the technical target out of a rising channel is the bottom of the channel, which is the bottom of the shithouse, right, at 0.042 cents. And this will, again, it seems more plausible now than it did back then, but this one too will make it all the way down here and do a flow lateral flush to the bottom part of the shithouse because it must fulfill that pattern. And that from here now, if you are stuck in here and don't want to get fleece heisted and shisted, you can still miss out on a 95% flush because I think this thing's going to crash and crash hard. Like, subscribe, and share to the channel for crypto investing. Peace and love on this Blizzard update.